Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover, incomparable Mary Dillon. You're watching the View Machines, and today we are going to show you that a skilled rider can drive 4x2 ATV more efficiently than many people drive 4x4. And today we have such a skilled rider, it's Mary. She will drive this newest ATV, which is called Motax 300. It's a good Chinese quad, but it's only 4x2. Today Mary will try to do her best to show us all this ATV can do in the severest conditions. But first of all guys, please consider subscribing our channel, it's really important for us, thank you. Actually Mary is a professional enduro rider, but also she is pretty good at driving quads. Huge thanks to her for taking part in filming this video. And first of all, let's make a brief review of the quad. How do you like the exterior, guys? I mean the exterior of the quad. Let me know in the comments, please. To my mind, it looks quite good, a bit aggressive and bright. The whole design is well considered. It really looks like a beast hunting his prey. Do you know any rear-wheel drive quads that look better? Now let's look at the specs of the quad. First of all, it's quite big. Its wheelbase is 1245 mm, the weight is 260 kilos, and as you can see, we can easily sit here together. The engine is 300cc, 20 HP, water cooling. There is a rear-wheel chain drive. The suspension system is independent at the front and the single spring from behind. Let's get it started. It sounds pretty serious and not annoying. Let's see how the transmission works. Everything is alright. The front and rear lights look awesome, don't they? Then we see here a power bumper with integrated winch. It's controlled from the handlebar. The display is rather big, but I'd like it to be a bit brighter. The front and rear trunks have plastic covers. There is a back seat for a passenger. Under the seat, as usually, we have a battery and fuse box. Well, and now I think it's high time to have a ride. Let's go! As I said, most of the time today, Mary will ride the quad. But before that, I'm looking forward to get my own first impressions of the quad. And here they are. First of all, this quad is felt like a real big vehicle, not a toy absolutely. It feels like a weighty serious machine. The engine is pretty standard. I wouldn't say it's a dull, but the performance is absolutely not breathtaking. The suspension is also felt like pretty standard. Not too hot, not too soft. The handling seems to me a bit nervous, too sensitive. Well, and now let Mary have a ride. Firstly, let's try how it's on asphalt. As a matter of fact, now its maximum speed is limited, cause it's still new. As we can see, we reached only 65 km per hour. But according to the specs, its maximum is 80 km per hour. Alright, let's move on. It goes pretty well on rough terrain. Actually, I think it's a good variant for those who need quite a big quad for two people that is able to tow a trailer, but who doesn't want to pay extra for all-wheel drive. If you are not going to go off-roading very often, it's really a good variant. On the other hand, it's able to surprise us on off-roading, but about it a bit later. As to other impressions of this quad, it seems that the power of the engine is enough for the most cases for everyday use. The acceleration is definitely not shocking, but not very dull at the same time. Build quality is also decent. It goes smoothly, without any annoying sounds. Till now, the only drawback I found is too sensitive steering. But on the whole, it's really pretty decent quad. As I said, we feel here quite comfortable together. There is a back seat for a passenger. The carrying capacity is 220 kilos. It's a real utility quad. And it's enough power of the engine for two people for a calm driving. Meantime, we are facing the forest, where we are going to get over off-roading. Let's equip a proper outfit. We are moving through the forest, and now I'd like to mention the question of reliability. You might have noticed that in my reviews I never make judgments about how reliable the vehicle is. Of course, it's a matter of time, and I just can't make any judgments. I always try to pick out most significant pros and cons, but only after some time of using the vehicle we can make conclusions how reliable it is. Meantime, we are approaching the mud sides of our today's route. Well, it's time to see how Mary can tackle this quad in dirt. Let's go. As a matter of fact, these quads are not cut out for mud racing, but they have some key advantages. They are much lighter than 4x4 quads, and they are able to surprise us going off-roading. We have good mud tires, but what's more important, we have a really skilled rider. The only thing, I wish we had low wrench in the gearbox. It may be not enough torque of the engine in dirt. And here we are facing quite serious obstacle. It's deep and swampy puddle. We often get stuck here on various vehicles. And this time we got stuck here again. Let's try to get out from here. Although the quad is rather weighty, Mary is able to push it herself, slow and sure. But let me help her. After some time of having fun, I realized that we have a winch actually. It's high time to test it. The winch works properly. It's so good that it comes complete with the quad. And we have only one thing to discuss, the prices. Actually, this quad costs about $5,000. Let's call today, my friends. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please check another our video about similar quad. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.